Hi, so let's take a look at linear interpolation, and with me here is a very interesting question. It says using uh, sine of 0.1, which gives us 0.09983, and sine of 0.2, which gives us 0.1819867. Find an approximate value for sine of 0.15 by Lagrange interpolation. Okay. Then we also have to obtain a bound on the truncation error. Okay, so this is a very simple and straightforward question. There isn't really much to do here. So one thing that you need to understand is that the linear Lagrange interpolating polynomial through a point. Let's say you're given x naught, comma y naught. So this y naught comes from the x naught after you substitute or you plug in, more like evaluating per se. Then and another point, say x sub 1 comma y sub 1. So the linear Lagrange interpolating polynomial through these 2 points is given by p sub x, or p of x is equals to uh, L naught, L representing Lagrange, then you have x here, then multiplied by f of x naught plus L sub 1 of x by f of x sub 1, like that. Okay, so one thing that you need to understand is that this portion here, your Lagrange for the x naught here, this is going to be given as um, x minus x sub 1 divide by uh, x naught minus x sub 1, like that. Then in a similar manner, L sub 1 of x is going to be equals to here you have your x minus, clearly here you have what? You have x naught divided by, since you have sub 1 here, in a similar manner you had you had a note here. Okay, so that's what you put here. So even at this point you have x sub 1 or that minus x naught, like that. So that's what you're going to substitute here as well as at that point there. Okay, so I'm just kind of like going to erase this part and this part. Okay, so what we have here, we can plug in, we have x minus x sub 1, then here you have x naught minus x sub 1, then here you're going to have your x minus x naught, then x sub 1 minus x naught or x sub 0 here, like that. Okay, so how do we then proceed with this? Okay, how do we then proceed with this? Remember, what we are looking for here is an approximation. So if you want, actually you can find the true value, then find the error, but that's not the error that they're talking about in terms of the truncation error. So that's a different one. So one thing you need to note here is that the question says find an approximate value of sine of 0.15. So clearly your x is equals to 0.15. Then your x naught is what? Your x naught is your 0.1, which is this one here. Then your x sub 1 is equals to 0. Um, 0.2. Is it 0.2? Yeah, 0.2, which is this one. So note to say, here you have f of x naught, f of x sub 1, which you already have as well. So this is going to be like your f of x naught, which is what? Which is this one here. We have already been given. That is 0.09983. Then you have your f of x sub 1, which is equals to 0.19867, like that. Okay, so just a matter of substituting now. So you have f of p of since we are now evaluating, so just say 1, then here that would be your x. What is our x? P sub 1, then our x is 0.15, which is what we are trying to approximate there. Okay, so that is going to be equals to, so here just a matter of putting where there's x, you put your 0. Let me not actually put it into brackets. Okay, so you have 0.15 minus x sub 1 is 0.2 divide by x naught, which is 0.1 minus x sub 1, which is 0.2. Can actually put this into brackets since we are multiplying by that. Okay, so multiply by f of x naught. F of x naught is 0.09983. Let me say plus. We do the same here. So your x, which is 0.15 minus x naught, which is 0.1. Then here you have x sub 1, which is 0.2 minus 0.1. So everything here multiplied by f of x sub 1, which is this one here. So let me just erase this part. So here you can plug in your, what is it? It was 0.19867, like that. So all you have to do here is just to punch your calculator and you're going to get a value. So the value that you're going to end up with here, let me see. Just get rid of this. So your Lagrange, using Lagrange interpolation here, our 0.15, our approximation is going to give us so if I punch those values on my calculator, you have that, then you have 0.09983, then you are adding that, which is and multiply by another one, which is 0.198 what 67. Okay, so I'm getting 0.14925. So this right here is the approximation that I'm getting from this one here. Okay, so if I want, actually I can try to find the actual value. Okay, the actual value. And remember, your calculator is supposed to be in radians, not in degrees, so don't make that mistake to try to find the actual value in degrees. It should be in radians. So it says sine of this is in radians. I can't really see properly. Okay, so the actual value, sine of 0.15 is actually 0.149438132. That's what you get. So if you want, you can subtract. You can find the absolute error by saying true value minus the approximation there. Then you're going to get your answer. But what we are just looking for here is this one here. That's the approximation that we are looking for. So now let's go to the truncation error part. So not to say we have ended up with I'll just write it somewhere. This is 0.14925. That's the this one here is the approximation. So the truncation error bound is given by the expression. So this is the error here. We're going to say absolute value of the error, then here you put x. It's going to be less than or equal to the maximum of again absolute value of the second derivative of that, then divide by 2 factorial, then absolute value of, open bracket, you have your x minus x naught, then x minus x sub 1, like that. Again, this is like the absolute value. So this part here is very simple. All you need to do is just to find the second derivative. So not to say your f of x is actually what? Is actually sine x. Okay, then find the second derivative. So the first derivative is f prime of x, which is going to be equals to cos of x. Okay, then the second derivative a prime prime of x, which is going to be equals to minus sine of x, like that. Okay, so now what you do is since here we are, as you can see here, like there's a max here, what it means is that on the 2 points that you have, okay, on the 2 points that you have, there is you have your 0.1. Okay, you have your 0.1. Let me do this. You have your 0.1 and you have your 0. What? 0.2. So you have to substitute in your second derivative, then plug in that value and plug in that value. We are going to get two answers. So and it's pretty obvious what you're going to get here, because we're already given. When you plug in 0.1, you get that one. You plug in 0.2, you're going to get that one there. But the catch is that there's a negative here. But wait, this negative won't actually affect anything. Why? It's because you're dealing with what? The absolute value here. So now, where do you apply this max here? What does it mean in this case? It means to say when you plug in the value of 0.1 and 0.2, whichever is bigger, that's the one that you're going to use here. And remember, take the absolute value. So here, imagine to say, if you compare this one and this one, just the way they are, this one is bigger than what? Bigger than this one here. Okay, so that's the one that you're going to use. But imagine you would say like minus 0.19867, but because you're dealing with absolute value here of this number here, it's just this one itself, which is a positive. So all you do here is just to come and do this. So what we have determined is that the maximum is 0.19867 divided by 2 factorials, is just a 2, then multiply by this expression here as well. We can say your x, which is still 0.15, minus x naught, which is 0.1. Then you have again 0.15 minus x1, which is 0.2. Okay, so let me try to work that out. We see what you're going to get. So if it says open bracket 0.15 minus 0.1 multiplied by 0.15 minus 0.2, I'm getting a negative, but it will be a positive, but let's just say a minus 0.0025, like this. Okay, so we're going to multiply it by that one, so we don't really have to worry about this negative. It will just become a positive. So when you work this one out, let's see what you're going to end up with. So again, here this can be written as the error, then here just put your 0.15 in place of x less than. So here let me see what I get. 0.19867 divided by 2, I'm getting 0.099335 multiplied by the positive, which is 0.0025. So multiplied by 0.0025. Okay, so I'm ending up with something like 0.00024837, like that. Okay, so you can, leave it like that if you want. Let me just write it as the error. What do we have? We have 0.15, which is less than. Let me just write it the way it is instead of writing as an exponent. So what I mean is you can write it like this. If you don't want to write it like this, you can have it as 2.48337 times 10 to the power negative 4. But I'm going to leave it like that. So that's the bound on the truncation error. So we have our two answers, which is this one as well as this one for this particular question. So that was all in this video. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe, like, and share this video.